Alright guys, let's take a quick look at Pyth Network here on the channel once again. Now, we haven't looked at Pyth in a very long time, and as you know, a lot of people say that Pyth is the competitor to Chainlink. Now, I personally believe if you're looking for something a bit cheaper, something that might be able to, take some market share away from, Chainlink, then Pyth is probably your choice, guys. Now, the last time we really looked at Pyth was February 20th. Let's take a look at February 20th. Where was that? Now, let's see. Let me zoom here. Yeah, the 20th was actually this candle right here. So everything was looking pretty good for Pyth at that point. We find ourselves almost at that point. Now, if we're talking about the bottom of this candle, that's where we kind of hit and bounced down. Now, it looks like if I were to put like a daily resistance here, guys, that's probably around where I would put it. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's look, I think about right here should be a daily resistance. So this is probably why we're getting a rejection right here. I think we can also probably put another daily right here. So this kind of zone right here is going to be hard to get through. But you can see there's a lot of touch points and things right along this line now. And there's a lot on this one. So those lines are not separated by much. It's separated by just 1 penny exactly, guys. And yeah, I would just be happy if we kind of hold 19.3 cents today. That would seal the candle over this 16.17 cents and, this 19.3 cents lines here, this weekly resistances basically. So let's see if we can at least hold that. Now, if we take a look, it does look like there's an inverse head and shoulders here. I just want to point this out. That's these blue lines. That's what it signals. And it broke the neckline back here, guys. So if we take, let's see, it's not a trend, but let's just do, a measurement here. Let's take it like this. Let's move it over. And actually, the target is a little bit higher, guys. The target is up here at about 22 cents. So let's see if we can get through these next couple of resistances here on the daily time frame. I do think we're probably going to stop under 22 cents and maybe consolidate just a little bit here, just for the simple fact, we've had quite a push here, and probably the RSI will show that when we look at it in a second here. Now, taking a quick look at the RSI and Stoke, like I just mentioned. On the weekly time frame, now there's nothing really higher. On the monthly, it's barely printing something. On the RSI, I want to go ahead and say that. But on the RSI and Stoke on the weekly time frame, it actually looks pretty good. It's going up pretty heavily to the upside here. And yeah, a lot of room to run still. Now, daily time frame, it's getting a little bit overbought in the RSI. Now, the Stoke still has a ways to go, so that is actually okay as well. 4-hour time frame is overbought on actually the RSI and the Stoke, so not so good there, honestly. Now, the 1-hour time frame, again, kind of like the 4-hour time frame, but it is starting to come down. The 15-minute time frame actually is oversold here on the Stoke, and it's just flirting with being overbought here on the RSI. So, honestly, guys, long-term time frame, I think, Pyth is going to move up. And it's going to move up in, a big way, guys. It's hard to say how high this can go, but I do feel that this has potential to rival Chainlink. Now, I know a lot of Chainlink people, they don't believe Pyth can, take a lot of market share away from them. I think they're wrong, guys. I've seen a lot of comparisons between Chainlink and Pyth online. And I have to say, Chainlink should probably be a little bit nervous. So it's hard for me to explain all the technicals, guys. But from what I've seen and what has been pointed out on other channels, this looks like a very good technology. And I just think it has a bright future. Now, if we look at this also here, I want to look at this on a 15-minute time frame. Looks like we're kind of getting a little bit of a flag here on a 15-minute time frame. Let's just do something like this. Now, let's say this breaks out. Let's put this like this. Now, let's say it just touches this. It should go up to 23 cents. Now, if it breaks down, that's another thing, guys. Let's see if this can hold it. But if it does break down, it should go somewhere to about almost a little bit below 17 cents. I think that's more unlikely just because of the simple fact we're very bullish at the moment. Now, it may pull back to 19.3 cents. I could see that happening, and then getting a little bit of a bounce. But on the 15-minute time frame, it does kind of look like we're getting a little bit of a flag here, and it should break out, within the next hour or so. Now, looking at the MACD, guys, we are starting to print a green candle here, so that is actually pretty good, and it's a dark green candle. If we go back in history, though, this is a weekly time frame, so yeah, it actually hasn't printed anything above the neutral, like 0 mark. So okay, let's look at this on a daily time frame, maybe a little bit better. Yeah, if we zoom out, wow, this got all the way up to 0.11. So we're just above neutral here on the daily time frame, so it can run a long way, guys. Long way. So yeah, we are just starting to print this green candle, and all looks pretty good here on the MACD. Now, what's really crazy, guys, looking here at the volume, you can see that there really isn't much volume down here where we've been for several weeks. I'm really kind of shocked to see this. Because, yeah, you can see that we are about where? Right here. So, really, until we get to about 28 cents, you get a little bit larger node here of volume. And then at about, let's just say 32, 33 cents is where you get this, these 3 larger nodes here. And after that, it drops off after about 46 cents. So, it should be a lot faster after 46 cents going up. Now, let's take a quick look at the Tokenomics, guys. You can see my holdings here. I am down. My average is 26 cents. If it becomes one of my lower bags here in the future, maybe I will DCA a little bit more into it. I do feel this is enough, though, honestly, in my opinion, for me. So, yeah, the circulating supply here is about 3.62 billion. This is actually very similar to the last couple of videos I just made. I made one on StarkNet and I made one on SUI, guys. Basically, they have a max supply of 10 billion, and the circulating supply is very, very, very similar. So keep that in mind. When you're looking at SUI and it's up at $4, this can easily happen to Pyth Network, guys. It can easily happen to StarkNet. So yeah, I mean, this is, it's up 37% today. The all-time high, guys, was about $1.20. So keep that in mind as well. When you're looking at this at 20 cents, that's, what, 5-6 times more, guys. So yeah, I do think, it could be another SUI or, yeah, I mean, it's just, the tokenomics are there. So anyways, the all-time low was about 1 month ago. Wow, okay, I didn't even see it reach 10 cents. But yeah, maybe I should have looked at that when I looked at the chart. But April 7th was the low at 10 cents, so it has really bounced, guys. It's doubled since then, almost, and in my opinion, looks very good. Now, looking at the Coinondo here for Pyth Network, there's only 4 deals found. Binance and Bybit actually have pretty generous deals here. Now, XT.com, I don't recommend them, guys. They stole my Casper. And KuCoin, yeah, it's a very small percentage here. So, do your homework. They don't have BitGet here too. They could have something. They never have BitGet in Coinondo for some reason. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Look at some of the deals I have below in the exchanges that I have, which I list. And there is Mutix below as well. If you want to subscribe to that, they do have a lot of indicators and things there. And if you want to become a member of the channel, guys, it's only $2. I'll put you in the Telegram, and you will get these Mutix updates and things. But anyways, guys, thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one.